On the southern edge of California's Silicon Valley lies a stunning sanctuary for the region's native species. The Coyote Ridge Preserve is one of the last remaining habitats for some of the plants and animals that thrive on its unusual serpentine soil.
David Chapman. I'm the docent for Santa Clara Open Space Authority. I just wanted to show you some of the Mount Hamilton thistle. It is doing well here, and we'll get a chance to see a few. They're not as nice as they could be because they like rain just like everything else. This is the last place where the bay checker spot butterfly lives. One of the best ways to see them is to just sit down in the meadow and they'll come flying by. They're primarily looking for sugars to fly. They're not doing anything except flying, mating, and laying eggs. And the sugars are what they need for that. So the onions, the blue dicks, the goldfields, all of these flowers provide nectar for the butterflies. Serpentine is the rock right back here. Most of Coyote Ridge is serpentine. And that's the reason that we have so many rare and endangered species on it. It's got a lot of metals in it, in particular magnesium and iron, and that tends to make the soil very poor for plants. And in fact, one of the plants that does worst are grasses. Now you may say there's lots of grasses here. That's actually because they're being fertilized. If you ever look over the valley, you see orange haze. The smog is fertilizing the grasses, making the grasses grow thicker, and that hurts or crowds out the plants that the bay checker spot butterfly wants to live on. And so this property is grazed with cattle when it's wet enough. I don't know if they've been out this year. And so they eat grass if they can find it. So they eat the grass and they leave the endangered species. They step on it from time to time, but overall they do more good than harm. And so they are part of the preservation of this ridge. So the scientists have been out checking things. They were measuring densities of flowers and probably butterflies. So there's always somebody up here trying to study this area, trying to make sure that we don't lose it. We really don't know what these hillsides looked like before the Spaniards arrived, because they did not have botanists with them when the missionaries first came out. The rocks end, turns green, the grass gets greener. That's the end of the serpentine. That's the end of the bay checker spot butterfly habitat. Any rock in this area may have Dudleya growing on it. We can be in the middle of nowhere on the hillside there and then find these growing in a rock, hundreds of yards away from the next one. We don't know how the seeds spread. It only grows on serpentine, it only grows in Santa Clara Valley.